Hello dear students, welcome back to physics class. Let us continue current electricity. In the previous video lecture, we studied effect of temperature on resistivity of metals, semiconductors and some alloys. We know that in metals, as the temperature increases, resistivity also increases. But in semiconductor, when we are going to increase the temperature, then resistivity decreases. But in some alloys like nichrome, manganese, constantan, here when we are increasing temperature, resistance also increases. That means here temperature and resistivity both will be at constant. So this is what graphical representation of resistivity of metals, semiconductors and some other alloys that we have studied in the previous video lecture. Today we are going to learn about the temperature coefficient of resistance. That means how to represent mathematically the temperature coefficient of resistance. Temperature coefficient of resistance is denoted by alpha. In PUC1, we studied linear expansion, superficial expansion and cubical expansion. That you can remember, that is in the chapter thermal properties of matter. There you studied linear expansion where we are using the symbol alpha. Alpha indicates coefficient of linear expansion. Similarly, beta indicates coefficient of superficial expansion and gamma indicates coefficient of cubical expansion. Likewise, here that alpha indicates coefficient of temperature coefficient of resistance. I am going to consider, let us consider R0 is resistance. R0 is resistance of conductor at 0 degrees Celsius. Initial resistance value of the conductor is R0. When temperature is increased, resistance also increases. So we can consider RT. RT equal to resistance of conductor at T degree Celsius. So when we are going to do experiment regarding the temperature coefficient of resistance, what we are going to do? Initial temperature of the conductor is 0 degree Celsius. That time resistance is R0. When temperature is increased to T degree Celsius, then temperature also changes to RT. Then what is RT minus R0? RT is final resistance. R0 is initial resistance. Difference between them, that gives change in resistance of the conductor. RT minus R0 is change in resistance. And what is T? T is temperature difference. T minus 0, that gives temperature difference. Now, it is experimentally found that RT minus R0, that means change in resistance, is directly depending on, or it is directly proportional to initial value of resistance. And also change in resistance RT minus R0 is also depending on temperature T. So change in resistance depends on two factors. The first factor is initial resistance. Second factor is temperature. So depends on R0 and T, change in resistance takes place. Suppose temperature is constant, then there is no change in the resistance. So here resistance is increasing. Why? Because temperature is changed or temperature also increases. So RT minus R0, that means change in resistance depends on two factors and they are initial resistance and its temperature. So just like linear expansion. So we consider L0 is its initial length, original length of the metallic rod. When we increase temperature, there is increase in the length. So we can consider L is the length after increase in the temperature. So here L minus L naught, that gives the value of delta L. This is what? The small change in the length. And L minus L naught depends on two factors. One is its original length L naught and another one is a change in temperature delta T. Likewise, here also change in resistance depends on two factors. The one is original resistance, that means initial resistance, and the second factor is temperature. So combining these two value, equation 1, equation 2, combine these two value. Therefore, we can get RT minus R naught is directly proportional to R naught into T. This is from equation 1 and 2. What we can write? RT minus R naught is directly proportional to R naught T. Or we can write RT minus R naught is equal to, instead of directly proportionality sign, we can write proportionality constant alpha R naught T. So what is alpha? Where alpha is proportionality constant. What is alpha? Alpha is a proportionality constant, and that constant we are going to call it as temperature coefficient of resistance. Temperature coefficient of resistance, that gives alpha. So let us take it as equation 3. RT minus R naught equal to alpha R naught T, where alpha is a proportionality constant. And alpha equal to, this equation can be written as RT minus R naught divided by R naught T. So this is the equation or the expression for temperature coefficient of resistance of material of the conductor. What is the equation of temperature coefficient? Alpha equal to RT minus R naught divided by R naught T. This is the expression for alpha. Now, I am going to use this third equation. What is the third equation? See here, I am going to write that equation number 3. RT minus R naught equal to alpha R naught T. Alpha R naught T. This is equation number 3 I am going to use here. So this equation can be written as, or RT equal to minus R naught will be plus R naught when it goes on RHS side, plus alpha R naught T, or RT equal to, here R naught is common, take outside, so that 1 plus alpha T. So RT equal to R naught 1 plus alpha T. So this equation also we can use in numerical problems based on givens. Now I am going to take, let R1 and R2 be the resistance. R1 and R2 be the resistances of a conductor at temperature T1 degree Celsius and T2 degree Celsius. At T1 degree Celsius, conductor is having resistance R1. At T2 degree Celsius, resistance is R2. So we know the above equation. What is the above equation? RT equal to R naught 1 plus alpha T. This equation we can use here. So in place of RT, I can write R1. Now the equation will become R1 equal to R naught 1 plus alpha. Temperature will be how much? T1. Let us take it as equation 1. Similarly, R2 equal to R naught 1 plus alpha T2. At temperature T2, resistance is R2. Now, observe both the equation 1 and 2. Dividing equation 2 by equation 1. Divide these two equations. R2 divided by R1 equal to R naught 1 plus alpha T2 divided by R naught 1 plus alpha T1. Here R0 will get cancelled. So we can get R2 divided by R1 equal to 1 plus alpha T2 divided by 1 plus alpha T1. So cross multiply this equation. Therefore we can write R2 into 1 plus alpha T1 equal to R1 into 1 plus alpha T2. Multiply R2. Therefore we can get R2 plus R2 alpha T1 equal to R1 plus R1 alpha T2. Or we can write it as R2 minus R1. That means we can take R1 on LHS side. R2 minus R1 is equal to, remaining is what? R1 plus, R1 alpha T2. So R2 alpha T1 we can take on RHS side. It will become minus R2 alpha T1. Or it can be written as R2 minus R1 equal to here, which is common. Alpha is common, take outside. Remaining is R1 T2 minus R2 T1. Now easily we can get the value of alpha. Alpha equal to, how to write the equation? R2 minus R1 divided by R1 T2 minus R2 T1. So this is the temperature coefficient of resistance when temperatures are T1 and T2 degrees Celsius. So let us take it as equation 3. So you can observe these two equations. Here we got alpha equal to RT minus R0 divided by R0 T. Here we consider initial temperature 0 degrees Celsius. So we got this equation. When we are using temperatures like T1 and T2 degrees Celsius, we can use this equation 3, alpha equal to R2 minus R1 divided by R1 T2 minus R2 T1. So this is an expression for temperature coefficient of resistance, that may be for metals or semiconductors, or that may be any alloys. So this is an expression for temperature coefficient of resistance. Now, how to define temperature coefficient of resistance? You can remember this equation. Using this equation, easily we can define alpha. The temperature coefficient of resistance is defined as the ratio of change in resistance per degree rise in temperature to the resistance at 0 degree Celsius. See the equation, the ratio of change in resistance per degree rise in temperature to the resistance at 0 degree Celsius. So this is the definition of alpha, that is temperature coefficient of resistance. Then observe the important note points here. The first point, the temperature coefficient of resistance SI unit is per degree Celsius or per Kelvin. Alpha value is positive for metals. Alpha value is negative for insulators and semiconductors. See here, why it is positive for metals, why it is negative for semiconductors, you have studied in the last session. That is effect of temperature on metals, semiconductors and some alloys. Remember, for metals, as the temperature increases, resistance also increases. So alpha should be positive. Then for semiconductors, we already studied, as temperature increases, resistance decreases. So alpha should be negative, because resistance is decreasing. So alpha should be negative. Then for some alloys like nichrome, constantan or manganese, so here temperature and resistance both are equal. There is no change in their values. It is always constant. So we can consider alpha is equivalent to 0. You can observe the second note point. The value of alpha is very small for alloys like manganese and constantan, as their resistance do not change remarkably with temperature. That's why we are going to consider alpha is 99%. It is equivalent to 0. So for metal, alpha is positive. For semiconductor, alpha is negative, and for some alloys, only for some alloys, so there is no much change in the resistance when there is a change in temperature. So we consider alpha is nearly equal to 0. Therefore, the alloys like manganese, constantan are used for making standard resistor coils. So in the construction of or in the manufacture of resistor coil, they are using the alloys like manganese and constantan. Why we are using manganese or constantan or nichrome alloys in the preparation of resistor coil? The answer is, so for these alloys, the resistance value do not changes with temperature. There is no change in the resistance with temperature. So we are preferring manganese and constantan in the manufacture of resistor coils. So this is all about temperature coefficient of resistance. Remember definition, expression and their SI unit.